Hey there. It is Wednesday after midnight. Um, just going to give a tip out there for any musical theater students, just from a recent experience I had this evening while trying to clean up some pieces I choreographed for a high school production of Anything Goes at my high school. And I love my students, don't get me wrong, but I also understand that sometimes at any stage in life, not just high school students. We sometimes believe we're more capable than we are. Uh, but I guess I'll just repeat something I tweeted, and it's that if it helps to not forget choreography and to remember choreo and blocking as I said it, if you make notes in your script or your score like I suggest and recommend the very first time. And it's not because I don't think you're not capable or anyone else. In fact, it's just part of the training. It's part of your skills. Even as an adult, I make sure I write down as specifically as I need any kind of blocking or choreo so that I can correct myself and that I don't wait until later, until tech week, to say, oh, well, we don't really know what's going on here. Or I even at one point said, and then you go down stage left, and they're like, no, we don't. I was like, yeah, you do. The very first time I taught you guys, it paralleled to something you did earlier going down stage right. Anyway, just a tip for anyone out there just starting. Again, it's not because we don't think you're capable, but it's because we want you to be more capable and also be able to account for yourself and be responsible for yourself. Because in the long run, a director or a choreographer will allow you to take the time in rehearsal to write something down if it means that you'll be able to review when they're not there. And that's really why I made that recommendation, because I knew I wouldn't be able to work with them that often, and because then you don't have to wait until the next time I get into rehearsal. I realize I'm just repeating myself at this point, but um, it was slightly frustrating. So I changed some of the choreo to make it simpler and not what it was originally, which is just some of the choices that you need to make. But so again, anyone out there just starting, or even if you've been doing it for a while, it's just a good habit to get into, because you never know what you will or won't remember or why. And depending on what the rehearsal schedule is, even though I had suggested that they run the dance at least once every day just on their own, I'm sure it didn't happen, and no fault of theirs. It can get crazy with rehearsal and everything else going on. So anyway, just my 2 cents on taking notes during rehearsal with choreography and blocking for musical theater. But again, being Captain Obvious, and this is nothing new. I didn't come up with this. I'm just passing on some of the best practices as my mentors gave to me. So go forth and good night.